One of the questions I get a lot on my Skyrim Special Edition showcase videos is what I did change to according to my last video tutorials for the Modlist back then. So that's in 2018, and I would like to show you in this video what my Modlist is exactly and what I have been added. And I thought it would be nice to summarize it mostly in this like a small intro clip. I have Enhanced Blood, I have Skyrim 2018-19 photorealistic ground textures, actually, because these textures are mostly for the ground, and I have different mountains with glorious glaciers. So I suggest we're going to get into my mod organizer right now. But first, I want to do a shout out to my two new crew members for my Discord channel, TDXKid and DigitalDreams. For the ones who are already active at my Discord channel, you probably have seen them already in their new roles of moderator and admins. And again, I would like to thank them for their hard work. Starting at TDXKid, I would like to thank him for his very hard work regarding setting up of new things on my Discord channel, making it a lot more fun and actually introducing stuff which I never actually thought of. But that's the great thing of having someone around who has been a little more familiar with Discord. So thanks again to you, TDXKid. If you're watching this, thank you very much for your hard work. And check out his Discord channel, because he has also a Discord channel with a lot of cool things to talk about. The next person, DigitalDreams, of course, I would like to thank him as well. He's not only a moderator on my on my Discord channel, but he also has his own Discord channel where he also discusses a lot of things about modding and all other stuff like that. And he also has a great YouTube channel where he showcases a lot of things as well. Definitely worth it to check it out as well. And I will make sure to include these links in the video description. So, welcome to my mod organizer. For the ones who are familiar, you know that on the left side we have all our installed mods, and on the right side we do have all our installed ESP. I have to say in advance that I don't have probably the best example of how you should organize your mods. I think for the tutorial everything is fine, but afterwards I just did my own thing and I'm starting to add mods and modify them halfway. So that's the reason why, if you're watching this, you're probably thinking what a mess he makes of his mods. But anyway, since I got this question a lot about people, please show me your exact mod setup. Alright, this is it, you know, really how I have it so far. So, starting with here, this is all just the regular stuff from the tutorial. If you actually look at here, the only thing which might be different is the Skyrim script extender data folder, because sometimes this needs to be updated, as you probably are aware, when Skyrim Special Edition gets a game update itself on Steam. So in that case, the old Skyrim script extender doesn't work anymore, we have to wait for a new one, and we need to replace the older files with the new files. And sometimes for me it's just easier to create a new folder and drag and drop all the Skyrim script extender stuff in there and delete the old folder. So that's why it a little bit looks different, I mean, than your setup probably. Alright, for the rest, this is all stuff from the tutorial. So we're starting with I know unofficial patches and all, and cutting room floor, blah blah blah. You've all seen it probably. Then continuing with the basic texture covering, so that's this one, the realistic overhaul, and then Noble Skyrim, you know, we've all seen it. And then the smaller texture packs, like the mines and the runes and the woods and all that stuff. And it all continues to, let's see, to lots here, terrain lots as well. And as you can see here, what's probably different from you here than I have is that I tried a lot of tree mods, and I'm currently using Enhanced Vanilla Trees with its billboards. And the reason I'm not using the 3D trees and plants anymore, because I really did find the lot ugly. I have to say, up close the trees look absolutely wonderful, but I also like distant landscape to have a nice view, so that's why I did pick Enhanced Vanilla Trees. But this is purely a matter of taste, and 3D trees is really awesome. If you ever want to change to Enhanced Vanilla Trees, like I have, in that case it's very simple. Just download the mod, Enhanced Vanilla Trees and its billboards, and then you have to disable all the 3 mods, and you also need to like go all the way down where your lot file is, And what you want to do then is delete that lot file, and you want to generate new lots with SSE lotgen. That's really important to make sure you have the corresponding lots with your new tree lots from the enhanced vanilla trees. So that's actually the first major change I've done in comparison with the old tutorial. Then let's see, please ignore also this trees add-on. I'm not really sure what it is. I thought I received it from Fireman AF, who is... No, this is not true. This is actually an existing mod, but it gave me some problems with flickering shadows on water, so I did actually disable this mod. I once received a couple of tree mods from Fireman AF, who is the author of the Re-engaged ENB and also the ENB we're going to talk later about, and he had that tree file for the what's its name again? That super cool mod, which and Enderal. Yeah, Enderal has its own trees, and he actually gave me that that great looking tree mod. But if you want, you can check out the trees add-on mod for yourself, because they are included as well. But for me, it bugged a little bit with shadows on the water. Okay, let's see, what else do I have here? Lightweight grass overall, I'm not using this one, so you can ignore every mod which is not... this is the mod I was talking about, but you can ignore every mod which I don't have activated, because I am not using that right now in my showcases. So the NM Trees mod from Enderal, these are the mods I received from Fireman AF, and they only added these wonderful looking Enderal trees. But anyway, I'm also not using them right now because they glitch a little bit with my existing tree setup. So if you scroll down, this is nothing unusual from the tutorial. This is all pretty much the same. And let's see, for the rest, this all is pretty standard as well, so that's great. And actually, I think here we have added a lot of armor mods. I'm not sure, I think these are also in the tutorial if I'm not mistaken. Oh yeah, they are, because I see here now all the NPC and character mods, so the Bajin stuff, the Serranaholic, you know, skin mods, skeleton mods, all that stuff. It's all activated, and it's exactly the same as it was in the tutorial, so I didn't really change anything to it. So as you can see, all the basic stuff, the hand cards and those really cool looking mods. We also have Water HD. I'm not really sure, to be honest, what this is, if this was actually in the tutorial. If not, feel free to check it out on Skyrim Nexus and edit as well. But the realistic water 2 with beautiful water, I'm also not really sure what it is. I think an additional water mod, but again, if you want to stick just to the water of my tutorial, it's fine. It's great looking water as well, and it's probably also a little more bug free. For the rest, let's see. Okay, I think here are some mods which I did install in December and January when it was snowing here in the Netherlands, and that's the Winter Overhaul mod, which is actually pretty cool. It's a really cool mod and definitely worth checking it out, but make sure to place this at the very bottom of your load order if you want to check it out. And then also you really need to like rebuild your lot with SSE lotgen, so that means again deleting your lot folder and regenerating it again with the SSE lotgen and drag and dropping it into a new or same lot folder. So let's see, so what's actually new then, and let me show you if I really have handled everything, because yeah, these are armor mods, it seems, most of them. And of course I added the weather control to control weather myself, but this is also in the tutorial if I'm not mistaken. And everything here, these are armor mods. So these are the ones I'm sometimes using in my showcases, and these look very cool, by the way. Probably the best looking armor mods I've seen are from Frankly HD, Dawnguard armor and the Thieves Guild armor. Definitely really cool. So I'm not using Morning Fogs as well. I'm using the first major mod, which I did not include in my Ultimate Graphics tutorial, which is really weird, by the way, for myself. I have no idea why I did miss it. Is Enhanced Blood Textures. So that's, do I have it here? Here it is, Enhanced Blood Textures. This mod is definitely worth it, because you probably saw it at the beginning of this video. It really adds great blood textures, and you know, when there's combat, there's gonna be blood, so absolutely recommended that you install the Enhanced Blood Texture. So that's definitely the first mod I would recommend. load order doesn't really matter. I've just placed it here somewhere at the end because this is like the top blood mod, because we have no other blood mods, or maybe there are some general texture packs which also overrides blood, but enhanced blood, you can place it at the end in front of the lot if you want, because it doesn't really matter that much. Another mod is, let's see if I'm able, that's this one, and it has a really weird name, Skyrim 2019, but this is actually this mod, Skyrim 2019, and this are 4K and 2K landscape pack with photogrammetry mods, textures I should say, and they really look absolutely cool and definitely worth it, especially here as you can see with the leaves and all. Please install it. It's a large mod, but it's a fantastic mod. And also you want to drag and drop it somewhat at the end of your load order, because it really needs to override all the first existing other landscape mods. So this is the one I'm using now, and I really think it's super coolly looking. And then let's see, the last mod, which was not on my mod list, but which I'm actually using right now, is, let's see, where is it? The Glorious Glaciers. And I also see right here I have these real ice and snow now, but I think this is actually overlapping. Glorious Glaciers is actually overruling these mods, so don't care much about these mods, real ice and snow, because I am using Glorious Glaciers. You can also try to download both of them, real ice and snow, and then install that first, and then afterwards install Glorious Glaciers, because maybe this mod is altering as well some other stuff from the snow and ice. But Glorious Glaciers definitely should be your mod when it comes to glaciers, because these are just super cool looking, as you can see here in the screenshots. Also sometimes just photorealistically looking, absolutely amazing. And I think I have the fantasy version if I'm not mistaken, but you can try to experiment a little bit with it yourself. Then the top of the iceberg, literally, or the top of the cake, the cherry on the cake I should say, a new weather mod and ENB, and this time I am using Semirealis ENB from Fireman EF, the legendary author of Re-Engaged, of course. And he has been using this new ENB, and for me it's just the perfect mix of good visuals, but also, you know, not being too dark and all. It's just something really cool. Also these fantastic looking cut rays, absolutely cool. Also this shot here itself, it looks really good. So really compliments to Fireman AF. And so this is the ENB I'm using, and the installation is pretty simple. It's the same way as you have installed the ENB we used in the tutorial. And if you should really, you know, I've been using PRT, so photorealistic Tamriel, a lot, but that was usually only because it's a little bit lighter for showcases, because I always got a lot of complaints that my previous showcases were way too dark, but this ENB really kicks it. This ENB only is, there's one thing, it really requires Cathedral Weathers mod. And what you want to do is you want to download Cathedral Weathers, and you want to then drag it, and let's see if I'm able to find it. Cathedral Weathers is priority list 57. So you want to go to your weather mod section in your mod organizer, and that's if you've installed my tutorial, you probably have installed NAT, but you want to disable that NAT and you want to drag and drop Cathedral Weathers here, so that it is in this position. And the ESP, because it probably comes with an ESP, is on position, let's see, 13. Why do I have, okay, never mind. So number 13, you want to also drag and drop it under Obsidian Mountain Fogs for the great looking fog effect for your mountains. So this means that, you know, you have a correct load order for your Cathedral Weathers as well. So when you've done that and you've installed a new ENB and you've also installed all of these mods, you should have the same looks as on my showcase videos. And pretty much I really hope with this video that I explained and cleared up a lot of things regarding my Skyrim Special Edition looks. I still love Skyrim Special Edition, you know, because a lot of people ask me, why don't you do old RIM stuff, old Skyrim stuff anymore? The 32-bit modding is just killing. I know nowadays there's still maybe a little bit more mods available than Special Edition, and perhaps 2 or 3 graphic effects also available only for old Skyrim, but Skyrim Special Edition is here to stay regarding modding. 64-bit is just heaven with all these mods. As you can see, I'm using a shitload of mods and ESPs and I barely get any crash, so props up for the special edition. It's a worthless remake because they only added a couple of simple graphic effects, because that's something we had a lot earlier already with mods. But who cares? We have 64-bit modding, and if you were like pretty fast at the beginning of the release of Special Edition, you also had it for free, like I have. So, you know, yeah, Bethesda, they are probably cash grabbing for console versions or Special Edition. But anyway, for modding, stick to Special Edition. Really, if you want to start modding with Skyrim, start with Special Edition, because 64-bit stability is something you definitely want. So we're coming to the end of this video now. Again, I would like to do a shout out to my new Discord moderators. Thank you very much, guys. And also, if you're not a part of Discord yet and you want to discuss a lot of things about modding, you want to ask a lot of questions, please join the community, because we have over 2,200 members right now. So that was it, the end of the video. Thank you very much, guys, for watching, and hope to see you at one of the next videos. Take care and bye-bye.